Greetings everybody, Alexander Mazzone here. Going to be doing the zodiac sign of Leo's quantum reading for the month of July. So yeah, love this because I'm basically getting to do a little extra reading for myself here, being a Leo. I love you guys also for all the love and support. It's been about a month since this this channel was created. We're already over 1,000 subscribers, so let's keep it going. Please like the videos. Please subscribe, hit that bell notification. I will be going live. You know, you're never gonna know when, but if you have that bell notification hit, it's gonna alert you when I go live, and you'll have a chance to go in there, get free readings, ask your questions, do all sorts of fun stuff that we're gonna be doing on this new channel. So without further ado, let's drop this Iron Cross to see what's going on for Leo during the month of July. Zodiac sign. Timeline reading in accordance with the highest benevolent force in the universe. Let's see what's going on, family. Now you guys are loving it out there being summertime. Us Leos, we love our summertime. Okay. Ooh. The high ground popped out. That was quite the popper. So let's remember we have the high ground, Leos. Okay, bottom of the deck, the journey. The journey doesn't have to be difficult as we make it seem. Okay. So family, the tree, is this the family of the tree? Okay, there's a family. Something with dad. Something with dad or the boss. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. So basically, here we go. It's starting off, the number one position is this 10 of Pentacles. So this is showing the family. This is showing this tree of the Sephiroth. What was over it and against it was this Emperor card. So this is representing some sort of boss figure, some sort of authority figure, some sort of father figure or dad or grandpa themselves. Because we got the card that represents grandpa right there, grandpa, and then this other card. It basically looks like it could be the same person. If you look at it, same color cloak, same beard, same hair. So we're seeing this card doubled right here in the beginning. One is for and one is against. So what is taking place? So when we look at what's taking place, when we look further in here, we get this card that in the energetic position, that's the counselor, that's the priest. That's this person in this place of counseling, basically. And after that, we get to this money card. So whether it's a spiritual download or some sort of abundance that, you know, that whoever's watching this, whoever's of the sign of Leo or has that in one of their other places of rising or whatnot, there's something that needs to be healed with these authority figures. There's something that needs to be healed from the past, something that needs to be healed with dad or with grandpa, some sort of belief structure that was instilled that is no longer serving us. Because when I look, and I don't usually do this diagonal when I do these readings, but when I look on this diagonal with this money card or this family card, with the Emperor over it, the other two cards with it are like kind of like this card that can represent anything can happen, and doing unto others as we want done unto ourselves up here in the cosmic position. So looking at also the fifth position, which we're getting to next, is this crying over spilled milk card, but it's in the past. So what is it that needs to be shifted from the past? Something with belief structure, like I said, something in regards to money. A lot of times, you know, we're told something that just plain and simple isn't true. One of the things I had to deal with was like kind of like working my way through wanting to be involved in the arts and wanting to do art, and, you know, being told like, you know, artists die poor or whatever the heck it is, which was like, you know, something that I had to work my way through and then be like, oh my God, I just realized I'm an artist and I'm, you know, being abundant doing it. So what's coming up next for number 6 and number 7, which are very much so connected, they're supposed to be read together, is this, once again, this authority figure. This card can represent somebody ex-military. This can represent a doctor or a lawyer, some sort of authority figure, which is usually very, very masculine person. And then this card that anything can happen. So when we see this anything can happen is basically showing, once again, there's something that needs to be healed with this masculine authority figure right now. There's something that needs to be transmuted and dissolved. So being open to doing that, and I can see when it's going to happen. So how are others seeing us? Others are seeing us as this Knight of Pentacles. So others are seeing us kind of standing still, having this spiritual energy, having this money, having this abundance, but kind of just standing still right now. So this is an awesome card because, you know, we have the ability to do whatever we want to do next, but what needs to really happen next is us to look at energetically what we need to transmute, what we need to dissolve, what we need to heal as a sign. Up next for hopes and or fears. So I can't see how this would be anybody's hope, so it's obviously a fear. There's some sort of, you know, blockage or thought structure of, you know, dream time being weird, not being able to remember our dreams or waking up during the middle of the night. So let's just, you know, kind of dissolve that as a collective. I know I will be, but let's kind of just, we're going to have good dreams. We're going to remember our dreams. And, you know, as I was just saying in the previous video, and as I've been saying in the monthly readings and weekly readings on Facebook, is, you know, when we go to bed and we say, I'm going to have good dreams, you might wake up and you had a good dream, but then when you actually decipher what the symbologies mean, you're like, you know, you can see that there is something going on which would normally be a challenge or an issue, but the way that it was conveyed to you was very beautiful. It's like the sun was out, beautiful buildings, and like maybe you're in a higher dimension, so to speak, and you're remembering it in this great way that if you never deciphered the dream, you'd be like, wow, what an awesome dream I had. But somebody like myself that's been doing dream state interpretation for, you know, as of next year, 20 years solid, I can like wake up from a dream that's very, very positive, or it seems that way, and then I decipher it and I go, I can see what's going on in the world. I can see this challenge that's coming or whatnot. So to just be open to, I'm going to stay, you know, asleep, or I'm going to not wake up during the night, or I'm not going to deal with this stuff during the night, and I'm going to wake up, I'm going to remember my dreams, I'm going to, you know, do whatever. When we set the intention, when we manifest, I'm going to wake up and remember my dreams, you do. So not having that fear about that, okay? And also, we're having the ability to see right now what it is that we're processing. And like I said, we're processing something with the masculine. We're processing something with probably dad or grandpa or a boss figure. So looking at the moon. So this is going to be having to do with the moon, because when I look, so in the diagonal with the moon, it's just like this, okay? This is what I was seeing, the moon. So like some sort of issue, something that's making us sad or upsetting us. This authority figure once again, and then the counselor. So reading these all as one, when I look at these 3 cards and basically combine them all into one, they're basically showing what needs counseling. But this was going to basically, so Spirit told me there was 3 epic full moons. This third one is about to happen. So when this third full moon happens, it might be a little bit challenging that day, or maybe now that we're hearing this ahead of time, we're going to have the ability to transmute this and dissolve this and work with this, and then basically get to what? Look at this guy. What's better than that? It's one of my favorite cards in the whole deck, because you're looking here at this magical knight. This is the card that represents the paladin. He's charging, he or she's charging into battle, but not with a sword, with a magic wand. So this was going to heal. We were going to do this either way by the full moon, but to have this little bit of extra preparation, to know, instead of like just hitting that full moon and be like, oh my God, this is bothering me, let me get out into nature, let me go do this, and not knowing what we're healing. This is what we're healing. We're healing this relationship with this figure, okay? Because we get this do unto others as we want done unto ourselves in the cosmic location. So why am I seeing that? We might notice that we're a little bit more snippy this month. We might notice that we're, kind of like snapping on people and having to apologize for it later or something like that. Or also having certain issues with not saying the wrong thing, not judging others. So remembering that this is the only card in the tarot that really shows a choice, like this. So this guy could have just done business with this guy, and this guy's like, I got a good deal. I sold my swords. Or he could have just kind of like taken this guy and not paid him enough, because you can see that guy's in the background kind of crying into his hands or something, or he looks like he's struggling. So this card, like I said, do unto others as you want done unto yourself. Either way, this is fantastic. So this card basically came up 3 times because, like I said, we have the high ground. And when a card pops and then a card comes up, my teacher taught me we're supposed to multiply it times 3 at least. So we have the high ground, remembering that we have the high ground, and whatever this old belief structure, whatever it is that we need to find or dissolve, it's going to happen. If it's money that's supposed to be coming, that's definitely coming. But this looks like a huge, to me, instead of this being like really abundance, this looks like a huge spiritual download is coming in during the month of July for the Leos. You have the high ground. Why? Because of this transformation, this death of the old way, the starting of the new, this rebirth. And then the final card in the reading is the 10 of Cups. So this rainbow bridge, we see that the whole family is celebrating. What an awesome, happy card to end the reading with. So just, on this journey, because this looks like it's a journey, if we process this and work, ahead of time together and co-create, all of us on the sign of Leo are going to find this and go through this with ease and grace and this easy transition. It doesn't have to be this all at once during the full moon dealing with this. And just, take that extra pause, take that extra time. I've also been telling some of the signs, like almost doing like a little bit of prehab instead of rehab, prehab. So like before we get to the point where we need to get into nature and we're stressed out, what I've been doing is like, even when my energy's still high and I'm feeling great, getting out into nature, getting out, spending that alone time, or just like going out in the woods or putting my feet on the moss or going to the beach or going and laying by the water. Because when we do this ahead of time, it just gets our energy as high as it can be. Instead of going when we're like, already in an aggravated state, and be like, I need nature, I need alone time, doing this a little bit more often, because, this can kind of mess with the subconscious mind. If we, like I said, if we say the wrong thing, or if we're like mean or rude to somebody that we love, that's kind of the warning from Spirit right now, is to not let what we're subconsciously healing and transmuting affect our reality. Just remember, my family, my fellow Lyrans, we have the high ground. So let's continue to hold this high ground and just dissolve and transmute whatever needs to be dissolved and transmute to get into our highest order of divine light wrapped in love. I love you guys so much. As I was asking you guys earlier, just as a reminder, please like, please subscribe, hit that bell notification. You will be alerted when I go live with our new fun readings on this new fun channel. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. I will see you soon, very, very soon.